Hey guys, so thanks for clicking. Today I want to talk a little bit about, I want to brag a little bit about my son and his counseling sessions. So my son doesn't always like to do his counseling. He doesn't really enjoy it because it can be hard. So some of the things that they talk about in counseling is how he can deal with emotions, and he kind of finds that boring. And the other thing is we try to encourage him to talk about his mom and whole situation of, going through foster care and being adopted. Now, it's not one of his favorite things to talk about because it's not easy for him to talk about, especially as a 9-year-old boy. He doesn't fully grasp the entire situation on why everything happened. He doesn't fully understand why his mom decided to terminate her rights. And we are still in contact with both his mom and his grandparents. So there's always going to be some thing back in the back of his head just going, I don't understand why this happened. So this last week, I really encouraged him to talk a little bit more with his counselor about his situation. And I'm super proud of him because he did take steps. And that's all I ask, a little step here, because I've told him that if he can talk a little bit about it, and I know it's hard now, it's going to be easier in the long run. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be easy, but it's just going to be easier for him. I think a lot of people think once someone is adopted, it's this happily ever after situation. And while, yes, I love him very much, he's always going to be part of my life. He really loves me too, and we are in a really great situation. It's not really a happily ever after, because there's always going to be that in the back of his head going, why was I taken away from my mom? Why did she decide to terminate her rights? And we can always say that she did it for, because she wanted the best for him. But I've never been in that situation, so I really can't understand, but I can't imagine it being easy. So that's why I've been encouraging him to kind of talk a little bit more with his counselor. Now, his counselor came back to me and said, hey, he did great. He started to open up, and that's what I want. Just a little bit, every little time, if he can just open up a little bit about what he's going through. And then she can start looking at how she can help explain some of the things to him. And so that way he can understand, and more importantly, how to cope with some of these things that he's going to be going through. One of my fears is that his mom will decide to have a family of her own. And at that point in time, that's going to be one of those situations where I'm sure, going to ask, why did she keep this kid and not me? And she's young, and we still have a good relationship with her. We call her, a few times every year just to, so they can communicate. My son can call her anytime he wants, as long as, we give a 24-hour notice so we can schedule something. But it's something that is available to him. Now, if she ends up deciding at some point in time to start a family, I know that's going to be hard for him. So, encouraging him to talk about his feelings to his counselor, I think is a great step. And like I said, if he can work on some of the coping mechanisms and how to really take those feelings, because those feelings are valid. So if he gets mad or if he's sad about something, completely valid feelings, right? But how he responds to those feelings is what I want him to focus on and build. So again, I'm super duper proud of him because he is taking those steps. He's listening to, what I'm telling him and trying, so that, when someone is actively trying, that is just amazing to me. So I'm super proud. We have a great relationship, and you probably can see it especially in our other channel, Silly Pots, which I'll leave a link up there. Sorry. So yes, link to Silly Pots up here, so you can check out our interaction. Hopefully get a laugh or two. And for this channel, go ahead and please hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if there's something that you want to know about from my experience, from my son's experience, that we can kind of go over, especially if you are a single person who is looking to start a family and possibly going through adoption. I'd love to provide you with just my experience. I'm not an expert in anything, but glad to share my experiences with you because it's been very positive. And as you probably can tell, I try to be a very positive person and very trusting and open. So I will give you a honest but optimistic outlook on it. So thanks again. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.